welcome back, everybody. Slim Slam and the Bandwagon Fan NFL Week 4 preview show coming your way. Thank you for that one, Slammer. But I'm Slim, he's Slammer, and to my left, that is the Bandwagon Fan.
Bandwagon Fan.
As always, folks, proudly brought to you by the Jersey Cartel and JRB Electrical for all your electrical needs. Boys, how are we?
Yes, I'm good, thank you, Blaze.
Okay. Schnars.
Yeehaw!
What is going on?
I don't know this South bit's going to last very long.
Jesus.
Tonight we're looking
We've just lost all the fans.
the deep South Send. Tonight we're looking, as I mentioned off the top, NFL Week 4 action is coming your way. The guarantees, the previews, the tips, all the good fun and games. We will have it here for you tonight. The first game on the list is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
Slammers game of the week.
At Cincinnati Bengals. Slammers game of the week.
Slammers game of the week. Loves it.
Tell us why it's your game of the week, Slam.
Because I got to pick last because I got the least amount of tips. So that's why it's my game of the week.
You really sold that one to the fans.
I was trying to find a good one. And this one's all right. I'm hoping that Trevor's going to be lit.
Yep.
Friday. Well, Thursday night. But Friday our time. You know. Go to the pub, sit down with your mates, don't go to work, stuff that. Go and watch the last two number one overall picks.
Go head to head.
Yep,
First
go and have
time.
a couple of beers with the boys.
Take a sickie.
Take a sickie.
Is that... We've got a funeral on Friday.
I wasn't going to go into that. But so we'll be there.
Just going to make it hard. But no, it is exciting, though, Schnazzy, to have the two number one picks the last 2 years. Two really, really impressive college quarterbacks who have made a so-so start. I think Joe Burrow's been looking really good before he got injured.
Well, I
and
mean,
since he's been back.
the last time these two played, it was in a college national
Correct.
title game.
Yep.
We know how that went, and it's highly likely that this game's going to go the same way again. However,
A little bit
I
less
would
on the
really
line
like to
this
see
time.
Trevor
Yep.
win.
Me too.
I'm
In the rematch.
The rematch.
in the rematch.
And he's probably got a worse team with him now than he did at Clemson.
Yeah. I mean, the Bengals...
Maybe he could ring up like Isaiah Summons, but... Summons?
I summoned you to take a sick day.
Someone's to play for
Summons
Jacksonville.
wrong in my head.
You've only just worked that out.
And get him to come play for him and be like Jamar Chase. No, come back, you know. I know he didn't have Jamar Chase.
No,
but-
Jamar Chase was with
Jamar
Smoke
Chase.
and Joe.
Oh, put me to bed.
Yeah, take you out the back, mate. You've had a long day.
You just call up Travis Etienne and go to the medical room. Hey, mate, you ready to play this week? Nah, mate.
Get him some
I'll
of
sit
that-
this one out.
get him some of
I know
that-
how this went last time.
How's those
MJ's
tendons?
secret stuff.
Jokes aside, it is an exciting game to see two young quarterbacks go head to head. The Tennessee
I'm
Titans.
giddy about it, Blas. As
Giddy.
you can tell.
Okay, I'm glad
Nothing's
you're
making sense in my head anymore.
You've lost the
So excited.
You've lost the plot completely. Is this double strength fortified wine, Schnars, or what's going on there?
Must be.
Tennessee Titans at New York Jets. This will take all of about 10 seconds. The Tennessee Titans will flog the Jets. Yeah,
Flog.
Look for the Jets.
I don't get a lot of flog on the podcast.
Look for the Jets to potentially score in one of the quarters this game.
Which one?
Schnars. Any of them?
I'll take them for the third.
They're six. Well, they're on
I reckon
six.
I reckon they'll get the whole way to 8 quarters without a score.
Yeah.
Chuck on a field goal.
Yep.
Due to a nice run back from the punt returner,
Okay.
and then nothing for the rest.
Nothing for the rest of the game. And Tennessee expected to throw all over him here, I'd imagine. What is that?
The
folks?
line for the over and under for the Jets is 17.5.
17. You don't get a lot of 17 and a halves.
It's a strong two
I'm
touchdown
saying
and a
it's
field
7 and a
goal.
half. Are you sure it's 17 and a half?
If it's 7.5, jump on that this instant, live.
Sportsbet might be off their meds. Yeah, that's a nice one from you. No, I've got
Sportsbet.
you can get 7 and a half. Titans at 7 and a half.
We'll have to push out this episode early to make sure our sports fans can get on that before
That's
they...
Oh,
insane.
no. So sorry. The line is at 7.5.
Yeah.
Jump on that as well.
Yeah.
But then also jump on the unders for the Jets because their over and
Their
under for their
point
total
line.
score is 17.5.
17.
Multi those two right now.
Yeah, right now. Do it for us right now.
Is
Put the
that-
house on it. How much is your home loan?
It's almost a guarantee.
You can't multi them yet because the markets aren't open on
rats.
the same game multi yet. But we'll get to it. Both of those.
7.5. That's insane.
That's so short.
That's so short.
It's in New
For a
York.
team that hasn't
That's
put up
Geordie
points in
Seller
6 quarters.
short.
Jeez, we've put up more time on this than we expected.
Yeah.
Lions and Bears.
Oh, well over.
Way more.
Oh, hold on. Just to come back to that.
All
All three of us are taking the Bengals,
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
three of us are taking the Titans.
No real surprises there, correct.
Done.
Oh, I actually didn't tip Friday. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, fellas.
Well, you get 0.
Yeah, you get a duck egg. The Lions,
That's stupid.
the Lions, Tigers, and Bears. The Detroit Lions go into Chicago here. Who's with me with Detroit here?
That would be I.
Actually, no, I'm on the Bears.
Yeah.
So I've just completely muffed that complaint.
I tell you what, this is just a remarkably strong start to a
What are we
podcast.
doing
If
here?
ever I've seen a strong start, this is a strong start. I'm loving it.
Don't ask me why I took Chicago
Yeah, I was wondering.
after the week that Justin Fields has had, but perhaps a chance to host the lowly Detroit Lions, -1 Marshall Mathers will get the job done.
Look, to be honest, the Lions haven't been that bad this year. They have been quite unlucky,
Yeah.
which is why I have taken the Lions.
Lions are outsiders as well. 230 in the betting market. That is good bet to mine.
And the Bears on the other side couldn't have played any worse last week. Now they go back home, and if Justin Fields starts, and he's not going to get sacked 8 or 9 times like he did last week, but if he gets sacked 5 or 6 times, few turnovers, expect the fans in the Bear Stadium to absolutely give it to him.
Oh,
bit
they'll
worried.
go off their heads.
Yeah.
How are they starting as a favourite for this one? That is a puzzler.
Well, it's in Chicago. That's got to be the only reason, doesn't it? Like,
But he had 1 yard of passing last week.
mate, I don't work for sports bet. I'm just telling you probably why they're the favourite.
I like it. Get on that.
Just a watch. The Colts are then going to host the Dolphins. We might need to abandon this show like halfway through the episode. It's starting to get really rocky.
It is bad.
We need Smoko.
Actually, just call it
We're
time.
5 minutes in and we
We
need
need
Smoko.
We need a coach's time out, big time.
Should we all just take a nice deep breath?
yeah, let's just realign ourselves.
Woosah.
The Indianapolis Colts going to host. No, they're not.
No.
They're going into Miami, and the Miami Dolphins. I like.
Because you didn't woosah.
I like the Miami Dolphins in this one again.
You are out on a limb all on your own again.
Look at that side of the ball. Yeah,
You're
Yeah.
either going to be 5 behind or 5 in front.
quite remarkable.
Or the games might go half and a half and we'll be dead even.
You know what I like in my favour here though is that I've taken a lot of home teams. So just watch this space.
Taking a lot of bad teams too. Why don't you take the Jets then? They're at home.
Yeah, I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not an idiot.
Getting this ship back through the sewers can't help. Can't help. We're going to go back through the Suez Canal. We're going to go straight. We're going to get this shit back on track. We're not going to block export traffic around the world for 2 months end on end, all right? We're going to get through this and we're going to do it well, all right, fellas? All right, we've all agreed. We're back in.
I hope it's nothing like
Colts at Dolphins. We got 2 Colts. I'm taking the Colts. Slammer's taking the Colts. Blazers taking the Dolphins. Why I would not be touching the Dolphins is because their offense has only played well once this year and was with Brissett last week. And I'm not buying it. On the other hand, Wentz and the Colts need to lift because if their season's going to go anyway like we thought it would go, they need to start winning. Otherwise, their season is done. And that trade that they made for Wentz is null and void.
Well, 0-4, you'd pretty much write them off here.
I'll put a line through
It's
them
a
at
big.
0-4.
It's a big week for Miami though as well in terms of maybe just regaining some of the confidence people afforded them in the preseason.
To be fair, actually at 0-4, they might still be a sniff.
Yeah.
Because you will get to play the Texans twice.
Yep.
And you will get to play the Jags twice.
Yeah.
So
True.
that evens them up at 4-4. Then you just got the rest of the year to worry about.
You won't write them off. Okay. Well, you're forever an optimist, Sam.
That is a nice little bit. Picking up for the Indy fans.
You got to respect that. Then the Minnesota Vikings are going to host the Cleveland Browns, the Red Hot Browns.
No, wrong place. The Cleveland Brown.
Yeah.
According to Snaz.
And the Cleveland Brown is what, Nick Chubb?
I'm not going to steer anywhere near that one. I feel like it's...
So the joke is here, right, that Slammer always writes on the board because he's almost got OCD with writing and anything in life, right?
A little bit. Not everything.
Oh, most
Certain
things.
things.
When I write
You
on the
write them
board,
like crap.
I spell the Bucks with 2 C's. I write the Banthers instead of the Panthers. And
And
my
the
at
Bengals.
signs looks like an Eki Brecky.
And the and the Bengals.
So Slammer looks at it, has an aneurysm, which he's already had 2 at the
Well,
start
and
of
they're,
this
not,
episode.
and they're not in a straight line at all. Like the Jags is the first one, sports fans, and it'd be
They're
this,
running like Trent
it'd be this
Richardson through an
far-
open gap.
It'd be
They're
this far
hitting
from
every
the margin,
defender on the way
and
through.
the Raiders are his last one, and that'd be that far from the margin. It's insane. It's insane.
The alignment of the text has progressively got more
It gets worse and worse. It starts going into italics halfway down, Blaze. It's on a tilt. It's like it's falling off a cliff.
It's got us on tilt as a result as well.
I decided I want to start calligraphy.
I wouldn't recommend it. Your teacher will be on stress leave by the end of the week.
I'm on stress leave, Blaze.
I think I have to take a week off.
What is happening in this room?
I've got genuine tears.
Roxy must be putting the funny gas under the door or something. I don't know what's going on.
The Washington football team, oh God, that would make me laugh. They should have a fucking name.
I think we need to start again.
The Washington football team are going into Atlanta. So Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, bit of an up and down start here. But speaking of up and down starts, certainly that's what Washington are enduring at the moment. Slam.
Turn it off. No, we have to start again. This is
No, it's good. It's good.
All right, so
Clip this one up into highlights or something. This is insane.
Pull yourself together and take the Washington Falcons game.
So Washington versus Falcons
It's getting hot in
in
here.
Atlanta. Washington's defense has been abysmal this year.
I'm turning it off.
No, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. It's good. It's good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
All right.
Washington's defense has been abysmal. It hasn't been anything like we expected to be with the way they ended last year, right, Slammer?
Yeah.
I'm
Falcons been equally underwhelming as well, just quietly.
and that's why I'm tipping
On
Washington.
offense, yeah.
I'm backing Washington to turn that switch back on.
Oh, I've taken Washington as well. Okay. Why'd I do that? Apparently, I'm backing the same thing.
I'm over here
It's
on
hard
Atlanta.
to pick one out of these because
Yeah.
neither of them have been convincing. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to watch this
It's the
game.
flip of the coin.
I won't be
tough,
watching
It's
it.
a tough one to watch. It's going to be a tough one to watch. This
Speaking
one
of
will be
tough to watch,
Yeah, this will be tough if you're a Houston fan. The Buffalo Bills should do a number on them quite easily.
Mr. Texan,
Josh Allen will look here to really
400 yards.
Yeah, to sling all over a Texans secondary that is just non-existent. And if they rock out with Davis Mills again and are expected to score any kind of points, they're in red hot trouble.
It's going to be Davis again because Tyrod's got a hammy in his 3 to 4
Yeah.
weeks. So
Yeah.
if you're a Bills fan, just I don't know, just don't worry about watching the game. Just jump through tables all night.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Still got to dig that video out of the vault of Schnazi Boy going through a table as well, eh?
I did it first. He just copied me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll dig that one out too.
Bloody echo down there. Giants at Saints is the next one, Blaze.
Bandwagon
Yeah,
fan, so you know.
That looks good. I'll get on that.
I tend to get on good things.
We'll get on crab legs this weekend, mate. He's going to knock off the Giants quite comfortably, according to the boys at the booth here.
We are taking 3 Saints at home as well. That'll put the Saints 3-1, which is probably better than they deserve to be.
Oh, you would have expected pre-season for sure. What are they offering on Sportsbet head-to-head at the minute, Slammer?
That's a good question, Blaze. I don't know.
It's
They are 126
Jesus,
not that juicy.
that's
So
short.
Negative 7.5.
I think anything starting with New York this year, don't even worry about it.
I can't believe they're only 7s. Both of those games.
Yeah.
Should be like 11s.
But the Giants here, like we spoke about, it's a bit of the yo-yo. We saw it last year too from the Giants that they play well but don't manage to win games and they're abysmal the next week. So
Yeah.
they were abysmal on the weekend. They were good the week before, so you'd expect to bounce back here, but the bounce back won't be big enough to get over crab legs and his merry men.
Yeah.
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 So
Just to go back 1 second, Houston are plus 15.5 to beat the Bills. Holy hell, that's a big line.
It's a big line.
Won't get close to it either.
No,
Won't
wouldn't
get
have
near
thought
it. Not with Davis Mills.
so. Chiefs, Eagles, Blaze.
Yeah, this is a big one. If for nothing,
Friggin' must win.
if for nothing else, it's just a must-win for the Chiefs.
It's a must win for my freaking health. I will do some bad things to myself if the Chiefs don't win this game of football.
You simply have to go in to Philadelphia and get the win here on a lot of different fronts. You're bottom of the AFC West at the moment for starters, which isn't great.
Makes me sick.
The Philadelphia Eagles are a lackluster outfit with a young quarterback who's under the pump. You have everyone's baby goat. You've got an offense that is just, or is supposed to be world-beating, Harlem Globe-trotting, all the rest of it, and it's just not quite clicking just at the minute. You've got a head coach who's been in and out of hospital after the result on the weekend. I think
he was dehydrated. That's what the diagnosis was.
was
Really?
it dehydrated, was it?
Is that a gag or not a gag?
No.
Okay.
I think Eddie said he was dehydrated.
Wow. It was hot in
Drink a
Arrowhead.
bottle of water then. Christ.
Can't be that hard.
Someone needs to coach the coach.
But the main thing for me here is that if the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs, the Jersey Cartel is going to be on our hammer
So in my DMs.
like nothing else, and we can't handle that.
I don't
the Eagles
want
are
him
going
in
to
my
be a 2-2 team, and the Chiefs are going to be 1-3.
I just ripped him as well in fantasy football, so I'd love to beat him 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I think the thing as well here, the Eagles have got their hands tied. They can't go anywhere else but Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts in his second season is a captain on that side. They don't have any depth at quarterback.
Jesus.
So
Gardner Minshew's there, isn't he?
He is too.
He
yeah.
is, but you can't bench your captain. What
No, I
does that
don't
say
think so.
for your franchise?
Mm.
So unless he fakes an injury, but yeah, as we predicted in the preseason, it's a big mountain.
It's a tough ask for him.
As Miley Cyrus said, it's the climb.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
it is
Yeah,
going
there
to
you
be a
go.
bloody long climb.
It's a huge
Do you reckon
one.
she's friends with your mate?
Shane Lane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shane Lane.
I don't know if they ever crossed paths on any of those flicks.
I
Have
don't
to go
think
back
they did.
Have to go back to the
Shane
catalogue.
Lane wasn't a Disney girl.
You'd know, Slam.
I know.
So
I
this
would.
week we are all jumping off the Carolina Banthers.
I know, and it was hard for me to do, Blaze. I didn't want to do it to him because I loved him.
We've been
but
really hot on them so far this
no
year.
CMC, no JC Horn, and the Cowboys look pretty
They're
good.
going all right.
It's
yeah.
hard to do it. I don't want to do it, but I've done it.
I think without Christian McCaffrey, it sort of goes back to almost what it was last year.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
They had Teddy at
Bloody
quarterback. No.
Last year
Yeah.
they had Teddy.
They had Teddy last year at quarterback.
No CMC.
Nothing really happened. Sam Darnold didn't look too great once he just only had a pass game.
Looks a hell of a lot better than he did at New York, though.
Once again, couldn't have looked any worse in New York. So it's not a high baseline.
Zach Wilson's not looking very good, is he?
No.
Yikes.
He's in for a long
So-
career.
Oh, that's a climb.
Miley Cyrus, shout out to you.
The Dallas Cowboys, though, have been reasonably impressive
They're
early
hot.
on here.
I think that's what this tip says.
You'd have to
from all of
like
us.
him at -4.5 here, I reckon.
Might have to start putting the foot down a little bit here because we have just been laughing our head off and we're just rambling a little bit.
I know, there's weird stuff happening.
It is a weird one. The Seahawks at Niners. We all think the Niners will get the job done over the Seattle Seahawks, who have been struggling somewhat this year.
This tip once again tells you that we're not impressed at all with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
No.
We're still
I'm ticked off with them.
I'm tipped on the Niners. So I think the Niners. What we still really want to see Trey Lance.
Yeah.
We do, but we think. I personally think Garoppolo's going to have to see out most of the season because I think they're going to be happy to keep Trey Lance hidden away.
Yeah, you said in the last show that what's his name was probably the rawest rookie. I would argue, I reckon Trey Lance is probably clearly the rawest rookie and is the least ready for NFL football.
I mean, they both play a sort of similar brand of football.
But Trey Lance didn't play the entirety of last year,
Yeah, I know.
and he was playing for North Dakota State as opposed to Ohio State.
We had a quarterback.
And if you don't follow college football, there's a slight discrepancy in the two
Are
colleges.
they even a Division 1 team?
Yeah, they're a
I don't know.
Division 1 team. They play in the
Just.
Mountain West
They're probably
Conference.
Div 1.
Mountain
Game-
West Conference. That tells you all you need to know.
Game of the week for the collective from the boys here. Cards at Rams.
Yeah,
And
Cards at Rams.
this
My Rams.
This is huge.
I'm getting a bit bandwagon-y, aren't
You
I?
are.
Your Rams.
My Rams.
My Rams.
No, my Rams. I had them tipped for the Super Bowl at the start of the year. I had Tim to go. Lose.
Yeah. Glad we had that.
I think this one's
Glad we had that
self-explanatory,
conversation.
right?
Yeah.
I think this is hands down game of the week. The Cards offense has been electric. The Rams with Stafford at quarterback. Cooper Kupp's been going off.
Yep.
Your mate D Jackson
Yep.
going finding 18-year-olds and going
21
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 yards like just as he wants.
Yeah.
You know, just walks down Hollywood Boulevard. Another 18, another 18. Perfect. Happy days.
Yeah,
Their defense with the Rams too. Like Aaron Donald is a bad man.
He's
sir.
a bad man.
So Kyler, watch out.
Ramsey's
but on the
a
other
bad
hand,
man.
the Cards have got Chandler Jones,
Yeah.
who has been on a tear this year. And their offensive weapons, they're three receivers that we always speak about. You got Christian Kirk, you got D Hop, and you got AJ Green.
Yeah.
This game is going to be
And Rondale Moore, who they took in the first round.
If we
fireworks.
If we can get anything like the Kansas City Chiefs Rams game,
Oh,
couple
look
of,
out.
couple of big offenses here going head
In
to head.
SoFi as well. Big
Yeah.
you'd have to think, big crowd. Oh, that's be good.
And the Rams actually have fans.
Yeah, the Rams got fans. Chargers got fans.
Yeah, okay, that's a great
Nobody
sentence.
likes Chargers.
The Steelers, the lowly Steelers, the much maligned
Hang on,
Steelers.
Blaze.
Yes.
Just got to mention. Remember how at the start of the year I said everyone should get on Matt Stafford because he's paying $18 for MVP? Well, if you haven't already, you're too late because he's down to 9s.
Yeah, he's coming in
So
quickly.
don't come crying to me when he wins and I get cashed out and you guys are all like, oh, Slabber, why didn't you tell us? Well, I did tell you.
Just didn't pay enough attention in the preseason.
Yeah.
It comes back to bite you every now and then. Pittsburgh Steelers at Green Bay.
3 Green Bays.
Yeah, 3 Green
Done.
Bays. The Steelers just struggling too much here, and Shailene Woodley and the boys would just get this job done way too easy. Then we move on to the Ravens going into Denver. So this is
This is a bit interesting.
the interesting one. I've gone with Denver, the home team.
You love
again.
a home team.
Yeah, I've just noticed looking at
picked
the
two
This
away
is probably
teams.
your only
Yeah.
like
looking at the spread.
massive home advantage as well.
Yeah,
Mile High's
Mile
a big
High's
deal.
good. Yeah.
You
and-
love geography.
And this is actually the first time the Broncos will play somebody who's won a game of football this year. So that's nice for them.
I think that's why
It's a
I've
big
gone
test.
That's why I think I've gone the Ravens, because the Ravens are a bit of a match-hardened team.
Yeah.
They know how
Yeah.
to win close games, obviously. Whereas the Broncos have just been walking over teams because no one they've played knows how to play football.
Crushing the crap, as it were.
This is true. It's an interesting watch. It might have been stiff not to get onto the game of the week kind of slate.
No,
there.
I'm not giving the Broncos any sort of vibes.
Fair enough. The next one is on the game of the week slate.
the Bucks.
It is mine, and it is probably the most talked about game of football in the last couple of years.
Why have you selected the Patriots? Are you well off mine?
You are off your head.
No,
aren't
I've
you?
You are off your head.
I've selected the
You
Patriots.
still got the vendetta against Brady.
I have. Yes, that's probably fair.
Oh, sit back.
I've
Sit back in your chair. I want to hear him explain this. You can have the whole thing to yourself for the next minute. Tell me how they're going to beat the Bucks.
I've selected the Patriots based on the fact that I believe in NFL storylines, and the narrative of it is that Tom Brady was built by Bill Belichick. I think he was a system quarterback for a long time. That's going to throw me off. Defenses have won championships for that man, and I think if you really want to go down that rabbit hole, I think the defense won him a championship last year.
That seems a tad outrageous. They smashed us on offense last year.
Yes.
I think the defense got it done.
Yeah, they did
The
against
defense
our
played a
offense.
part.
Then our offense decided to part the seas. As you said, they're going to band of mercenaries on offense.
No, it's hard to win.
They're going to fall off a cliff in a year and a half.
Antonio
yes,
Brown's
but-
on the COVID list.
But
Okay.
they've still got Gronk. They've still got OJ Howard. They've still got Cam Brate. They're tight ends.
If anyone in the
They've
NFL,
got Godwin,
if anyone in the
Scotty
NFL,
Miller,
if anyone in the NFL, will
Mike
you let me
Evans.
talk? Will you let me
Scotty
talk?
Miller even still playing.
If anyone in yes, he is. If anyone in the NFL would know how to shut down Tom Brady, it's Bill Belichick and Gronk for that matter.
Well, it's going to be hard
Gronk's
when
on
Mac
his
Jones
team.
throws 3 intercepts again.
Intercepts. Yeah.
They've
I don't know what buys are smoking.
Bucks have-
but
the
I
Bucks
don't
have got
think-
a- the
I
Bucks
don't
have-
want any of it.
The Bucks have got a secondary that's absolutely gashed.
And you think Mac Daddy Jones is going to take?
I think he might be. I think he might be able to do enough to make it interesting.
With all of Mac's receivers.
You know that Tom Brady doesn't
yeah,
play defense.
Jacoby
yeah?
Myers, Kendrick Bourne. That's it. Couple of tight ends.
That's your strong list.
Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I just think they're not an easy beat here.
I reckon it's easy.
I reckon the credibility of our podcast.
It's going to be easy for the Bucks as they ram them.
I think that's pretty rough. We'll wait and see on that one. And
I'd
I reckon Tom
take the
Brady-
Bucks minus 15 here.
all right, done.
What, against you?
Yeah.
That's crap.
Oh, well, Mister, I can go 15.
Tom Brady is
Well-
going to go in here with the biggest vendetta of all the time to shut down all the naysayers like yourself.
Is there no vendetta going the other way, Schnars?
There is, but he doesn't have... The Patriots
No,
don't have anyone on their team that can win that game.
I think they do.
The actual line is 7. So what odds would you be giving me if I started at negative 15?
250.
250.
230.
230.
230.
It's
Right.
the 2
So
to
if
1 basis.
so if they don't go not minus 15, I'll give you $50.
Yep.
And if they do get over minus 15, you have to give me 130 then.
Yep.
All right.
I just feel like I'm 100% team slammer here. The Bucks, Tom Brady's going to go in there. He's going to ball out. He's been balling out on offense all year. There was a bit of a blip last week. Besides that, the game against the Falcons absolutely balled out. The game against Dallas absolutely balled out. The Patriots, on the other hand, you know, they struggled last week. They lost to Miami. They've only won the one game this year. Mac
Yeah.
Jones is still learning the ropes.
And they're not very good.
We'll just wait and see, boys. Just wait
Last
and
game of the week. Raiders at Chargers.
see. Raiders at Chargers, your game of the
Top
week, Tom.
game.
Take us through that.
Yeah, so look, I won the tipping last week. Thank you very much. And I've gone to the divisional matchup here. A 2-1 team versus a 3-0 team. The Chargers, funnily enough, they're playing unreal under Herbert, and they're third in their division, above the Chiefs in fourth. You got the Raiders and Broncos sitting at 3-0, but I think at the minute the Chargers are the most informed team in this division. I think the Chargers at home, if you can call it that. Let's make that gag again. But I just really like
2
Justin
games
Herbert.
so far.
I really like what their defense is doing this year. They're not leaking points. And I really like the fact that Anthony Lynn's not there.
Yeah. I think it's probably fair.
2 games at SoFi in 1 weekend. That's crazy.
And they're winning
sick.
close
Love
too, which
that.
is something they couldn't do with Anthony Lynn for years.
How great would that be if you were like an LA resident and didn't really care about which team?
Clock
it was? You could go and
mismanagement.
watch 2 games in 2 days. That's sick.
Clock
Love that.
mismanagement.
Only a 3.5 point favourite here, the Chargers, and I reckon they'd cover that quite easily. I reckon here.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon they'll cover that
It's
easily.
going to say a lot
I
about.
just love close games.
It's going to say a lot about each team too. Like the Raiders do put up a real good fight here, or even potentially win. That's going to be massive in terms of our predictions for their rest of the year.
I reckon there'll be points.
Yeah.
I reckon there'll be a decent amount of points put up on the board. The line for the total match points is 52.5. I reckon you'll probably get something around that. Probably get close to like 30-27, I reckon here. So, or maybe a little bit more than 30-27.
See how you get on.
Yeah, I
Have a look.
reckon Chargers by maybe 7 or 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good watch. It'll be a good watch.
My game of the week, of course.
Yes. So let's go through guarantees. Shinazi, do you want to go
We'll
first?
get them up on the socials, I think.
On the oh yeah, of course. Sorry, yes, we're going to do the socials. Yes.
Otherwise, you're a bit constricted to head-to-heads.
We want to get more expansive with that, so we can keep cashing in the good wins.
So true.
That's
So
how.
you have your Thursday night one come out probably on. So your Thursday night football game, which is Friday in Australia,
Friday morning.
you have that come out Thursday. Roughly
Thursday night-ish. our
midday.
time.
Yeah, when the
Thursday
markets are
morning if
good.
you're listening in the States.
We'll get that out there. Then we'll get that will be our Thursday night one. Then we'll get our both of our guarantees out on the socials.
Expect them on Sunday, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually post them the Sunday before the actual.
We're probably not going to touch the Thursday night game, given we don't want to double up.
Yeah.
So we'll go from there. Apart from that, you've got our tips. You've enjoyed our laughs.
Yeah, it's been a
Slammer.
bit all over it.
He's been slim, I've been slam. That's the Bandwagon fan. Good night.